2025's growing season has come to an end. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the garden. As you can see, we had our first snowfall. Today is November 10th, and our first snow came and took everything out. But the good news is that everything that was Dahlia related that I wanted to keep has been lifted. These were the seedlings, and there's some sunflowers still over there and some mountain mint. A little bit of Lysianthus right there. And then this was a mix of celosia, dahlia seedlings, and some zinnias. So here's the raised beds. And they have all been lifted. And we do have something down here at the end. I saved the Lysianthus. We're going to overwinter them and see how they do in the raised beds that are covered only with plastic. And there's kind of double covered, and it goes all the way to the ground. So what I did the last time when it snowed or it got cold, I didn't have the plastic go all the way to the ground, but this time I did. You can see how pretty it is out here with the sun setting. But next year, these beds back here get the most shade, and I thought it was best to do my show dahlias there. But now I'm thinking maybe not so. So we're going to process that over the winter time to what we're going to do. Oh, Toby, show everybody your sweater. He's trying to stay warm. But yeah, I only had 2 beds that had a lot of lenticels, so there's a little bit of a hill here. So if we go back this way, this was my 20th Ave bed, and we did test this one last year, and it did not test positive for root knot nematodes, but even though it looks like it was just lenticels. And I think the water just comes down here, and then there's a huge limestone rock that's underneath these first 6 beds or so. So I think when it rains, it doesn't drain very well. I did have the same situation in this bed here last year, but nothing in that bed came back looking like an issue. Let's go to the garage. All right, we made it into the garage, and this is where I'll be the next couple weeks every day, dividing and separating, storing. I am trying to approach this year to let them dry naturally inside the garage, and then package them up in vermiculite or in plastic bags. Now, if they're too small, I go ahead and pot them up, or if they're important, orange means seedling that I want to keep. So these are all seedlings in this one, so I'm going to protect those differently because they're first year seedlings and that's all I have of it. But everything is labeled. These I cut and divided a while ago. It's K, Mocha, Katie. They need to be wrapped up today. And then we got 1 seedling here and then a couple other pots. But you can see I store them in vermiculite. I got a very messy workstation here, and we're just covered. Here's my vermiculite container, and then I've been using this brush a lot for dual duty to get the dirt off of the tubers. And then I have a compost bin that I put extra stuff in there. Here's my dirt. I did some cuttings on October 24th, and I potted those up today, and that's the leftovers. And then even more pots, more vermiculite, my bleach, Lysol. I do wear gloves now. I have a mask, more plastic containers, and then when I was digging, I found some ranunculus, and I said, why not? Let's just take it inside. It's stuff I missed, and we'll see how it does. Last spot is the fridge. We did grow eucalyptus, and I did put that in a pot and brought it inside. And then these are the pots that were on my front porch that were timing out, but those are inside as well. Here is my fridge. So this is what I've cut so far. This is a third of the dahlia tubers that we have. And then I have just a few down here as well. And then there's some in the drawer. So that is your November update. I'll keep you posted as we go along. I will start waking them up, I think, end of January, February. But I will take you along the journey because I'm going to be photographing most of the tuber clumps that are left, so I can just have records of what they look like when I pull them out of the ground. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.